pod on the air really quickly. Actually, I forgot to move this painting like I did last time. But hello. Welcome. If you are brand new, welcome to Vibrant Souls Night. I'm Jazziel at Zepu whenever you're seeing this. Excuse me. Happy birthday. Excusez-moi. I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to show up, people to hop in the live, say hi. The most of the times I go live, there's a few people, but I know that a lot of excuse me, what people see on my channel is like they'll watch it post live or after I've posted it, like a day or two or something like that. So it's fine. I'm not gonna wait too long, but my shirt it says, "I never lose. I either win or I learn." It's a quote from Nelson Mandela. I almost said Nelson Mandela. Wonderful freedom fighter, wonderful, as well as his wife was the pushing force behind the freedom and civil rights movements in Africa, but specifically about colorism. So if you want to, look into Nelson Mandela, I'm not a Nelson Mandela historian. I don't know everything about him. I just know his impact and his wife's impact on history, right? So they went to jail over their beliefs and they were convicted in their spirit. And that's someone that I look up to because it's something that progressed humanity forward. But welcome to Vibrant Souls Night. I'm going to try to see if this computer is going to charge. And then I could play the YouTube playlist I have. It's just the fact that last time I did the Vibrant Souls Night, it was copyright. The music I was playing was like on piano in the beginning, and I did a mukbang also. So yeah, but if you guys want to stick around and you know, listen to all the freestyles that I've done to YouTube like beats. So this is a open mic. We're not talking about cars or anything, so you can stay on topic and listen or not. It's up to you, but this is my artistry that I'm sharing. So please be respectful in the comments. But hello to everyone who is joining. Excuse me. Thank you for liking the live. I'm going to go ahead and get the computer. And since there is enough people that are popping in, I just saw 15 people. Now it's 10, but that's fine. Funny enough, I think they gave me the wrong charger for this laptop. So that's why I'm like, hopefully the battery stays long enough for this. Yeah, I have 11%, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to share it really quickly. Actually, oh my gosh, hello to everyone joining. I see the comments going now. But so there's one that's acapella, actually two of them. So I'll share them last, right? But I have, again, this is my original work, my poetry that I found beats to on YouTube, and I literally just like pick between two or three different ones until it fit with the what is it called? with like the syllable count for the poems and stuff like that. And then some of them, like I shared, if you didn't watch the first Vibrant Souls night, I shared how I was writing music to some like trending sounds, or just like finding um, instrumentals from like an instrumental or beat album, right? Let me put this tilted down a little bit. Excuse me. Okay. You can see my pants, my green pants. But hello to everyone joining. Hello, thank you for being here at Vibrant Souls Night. So these are just some of the poems that I put to these like free freestyle or free to use beats online. Oh my gosh, went up from 10 to 22 people. Interesting. So let me let me get right into it then. But feel free to watch the other live streams that I've done. I did a poetry, just reading my poetry live yesterday, but I like to do that once a week, as well as the Vibrant Souls night. But this is to kind of get myself out there more, and so people see more of my artistry and my opinions, as well as who I like to embody more of. I would like to embody more of my artistic self. Um, Sorry, 1 second. It's not pulling up the full playlist here. So I gotta scroll. Okay, which one is this actually? Yeah, okay. So this one, I'm not gonna start with the heavy hitter one, and like it just went back. It just went down to 6 people. Like YouTube, it's so funny. That's why I'm like, you know what? It's fine, whatever. Like the views go up and down. I really don't care because people will watch it after I post it. So whatever. But I just find that interesting, genuinely. So yeah, I'm not gonna focus too much on the chat until it's like in between the set, so to speak. Let me make sure I have my Bluetooth off of this so I can connect to it. Yeah. Okay, so it can connect to the laptop. Oh, this has a whole hour left. Okay. Word. Okay. Now let me not be so panicky now. I did not look at the time. I just looked at the battery for it. Okay, connect please. Thank you. Knock to the headphones to the little speaker. And this is like, honestly, this is a pretty loud speaker. Like I was watching back the test practice of the Vibrant Souls night, and it was loud. It was loud. There we go. Oh my gosh. All right, that took quite a minute. I apologize for the wait. But let me find this beat now that I can go back to that. Okay, yeah, that's what I add. So hello, welcome to Vibrant Souls Night. My name is Jazziel. If you are new to my live streams or what I do, let me just adjust this tripod. 1 second. Sorry, I kept wanting to lower for some reason. But yes, welcome to Vibrant Souls Night. My name is Jazziel. I am a poet, an artist, and a personal trainer certified and life coach certified. But that doesn't matter because that's the educational, technical side of myself. And I want to show the artistry, authentic, flow, fluid, part of myself, because I am a multi-passionate person. I also am, non-binary. It is tattooed on me. So I consider myself as two-spirit or gender fluid. So, um, while I do appreciate the compliments, it's some things I just won't respond to in the chat because I'm like, I don't want to be called miss or, ma'am or her or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's something that I'm still working through, the pronoun stuff. Even though I shared a song, I was like, shout out to the LGBT in the last Vibrant Souls night, and I was like, I don't care about pronouns. Call me he, she, they, them, fella. And I'm like, yeah, I still don't like being called sis or her or ma'am or miss. So yeah. But anyway, so that's a brief introduction if you're new here. I keep looking at like the amount of people in here, and it's going like up and down, up and down. I'm like, okay, focus on what you're saying, because that's literally distracting me. But hello to everyone new again if you're new here. This is Vibrant Souls Night. I try to do this every Friday, and now that I have this laptop that I was able to borrow from the library, I am going to be sharing this freestyle with you. And if you want to know more about me and my beliefs, perfect introduction song, all right? Tell me, what do you know about fascism? Tell me, what do you know about fascism? Tell me, what do you know about fascism? All right, so that's the chorus, okay? I want to turn it up a bit, actually, so I could, hear it a bit more. There we go, okay. Tell me, what do you know about fascism? I said, tell me, what do you know about fascism? Been the land of the free, but... Wait. Oh, wait, okay. Sorry, I haven't practiced this one before. Okay. Tell me, what do you know about fascism? Tell me, what do you know about fascism? Been the top 5% versus us, but do tell me about classism. Yeah, land of the free, home of the brave. They divide and conquer and made you a slave. When do the others wake up and see this country as a system? Have the signs gone over their heads? Are they rejecting wisdom? This land we stand on was first indigenous and green. Now it is full of those both heartless and mean. When you give up the land, the culture, inner wealth, you realize that they are also coming for your health. The same country that told the majority to assimilate is now trying to tell women how and who to procreate. But the other part of this that makes me irate is how much they've dismantled at an alarming rate. No security, understanding of others, or empathy. I thought this country fought to be free. Statue of Liberty, time served. All citizens are being observed. The media, internet, entertainment have made us distracted and complacent. We must come together if we want to live long, build communities, teach from experience, and you can't go wrong. I support those who protect and pay homage to what's true. If you're not uplifting humanity, then I can't back you. But tell me, what do you know about fascism? 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 So yeah, that's the first one I want to come out of the gates with, just swinging real heavy at the patriarchy and Western influenced societies, because they are killing the land, as you heard, and the indigenous that were first on the land before they came. So yeah. But this was actually a speech I shared for Veterans March protest earlier this year. Actually, was this May 15th? I wrote this on May 15th. And then I found this Money and Guns Chicago Drill Beat. That's what it's called on YouTube. So, yeah. Again, I have not practiced this, to perform or at an open mic. None of these, actually, I have shared at an open mic, so they're not going to be practiced. Just putting that out there. They're not practiced. I shared again at the other Vibrant Souls night, the practice one and the one I did last week, that I had shared some from open mics and then some from after open mics, and I was getting more inspired. And the same with the poetry that I share once a week. It's all mine, right? Jaziel, me. Yeah. But some of it, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm so inspired, or I listened to this open mic, or just creative flow, right? Being in your chakras, like in that root and sacral chakra, like expression, secure in myself. I have a great sense of self worth, solar plexus energy, right? Like, just really bringing it out there on Front Street. So yeah, I am a poet at heart, but some of it has turned into music, and this the display today will be the music and poetry that turned into music that I did not practice. So, just saying. But that was pretty evident in the beginning where I was like, wait, like I read the wrong line for it. But yeah, so that was well received. I asked people to not record it as I performed because I'm like, yeah, I don't want this on Facebook, guys. I don't want my stuff on Facebook. But people did their speeches and they shared their beliefs at the protest, and here we are today, still asking for change and protesting. So people are becoming more radical and understanding fascism and how capitalism is literally destroying a lot of just natural ways of living. So I turned it into a song. Bow. Yeah. But this is more of a heavy hitter. Yeah. Heavy hitter. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just got a tongue twister. This is more of a heavy hitting song. This is a heavy hitter right here. And this is why I didn't want to start with it, to be honest. But yeah, so this is a free UK drill beat. So you can see where I was kind of going.
Just using your body. So much of dance is
Oh my goodness, I don't want to add for Botox. Like, yuck. But again, this is another poem. This is titled Rage Rumbling. And I wrote this in June. As you can see the date in the corner. June 27th. And the beat is a UK slow drill beat called Killer on YouTube. So none of these beats are mine. None of what I'm playing should get copywritten though, because it's like free or beat for profit. Excuse me, public use. So yeah, if you want to look it up and freestyle, for yourself, by all means do so. Excuse me, but this is like, hey, if someone asks me my beliefs, about people after learning personal training stuff, after learning environmental impacts from the food industry and the fake bioengineered stuff that we use to the lab manipulated pharmaceuticals and medicine, and that makes it more addictive in the long run, which makes your body break down to have to rely on the substance. And then, just it's so many things that go into like understanding and having awareness, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And for me, I've pivoted a lot in the directions of how I want to try to help the world, because the amount of awareness and empathy I have is just like to the roof compared to the people I've been nurtured and taken care of. Or just around, right, in like school or larger communities. Like, my level of empathy and awareness is like, hey, I know something, I want to change it. Like, I watched a documentary and I became a vegan for like 6 months after, but I wasn't living in a household at the time that supported me doing that. So that's why I was only 6 months. But now I try to eat as much plant-based as I can, and to not rely on stimulants of any kind. No energy drinks, no coffees, smoking. Like, I don't have those disposable pens, those vapes. I don't have papers. I don't have a bong. I don't have anything anymore, quite literally, because I'm like, I want to be as natural as I can, because there are so many industries, especially in the West. If you live in the same country I do right now, you see it, and it makes you sick. But it's like, some people literally just want to keep their eyes closed. They're like, you know what? I know it's not good for me, but I like doing it, and that's life. I'm just trying to get through life. Me, I'm trying to have awareness, I'm trying to thrive, and I'm also trying to share the truth. So just like with that poem that turned into a song from a speech, this is kind of the similar vibe to it. I'm not going to talk too long because I forgot that the laptop is, yeah, it's on 10% now. But this is like I said, I didn't want to share this first because it's more like, wow, heavy hitting. So yeah, this is called Rage Rumbling. So remember that title. If the shoe fits, wear it. That's what I'll say. It gets deep. Just remember that. I told you, it gets deep. I would say death to Americans, but you're already doing it to yourself. I would advise you on how to live longer, but y'all don't really care about your health. You eat poison every day and sugar for dinner. You fight wars that are never ending because you intend to be the only winner. You don't care about humanity or sacred land. Citizens of terror, believing you're oh so grand. You don't have taste. You're bland too. Sick and senseless, just like Gov taught you. Going ballistic, just like the missiles you profit from. As soon as we ask where the taxes are going, you want to play dumb. You miss the mark and drown out intellect. Replace love with fear, then wonder why you're being spiritually checked. The scrutiny and racism is rather played out. Alarmingly off that you live in an immigrant-made country, yet still whine and pout. They're stealing our jobs. But who is stealing your mind? You walk around fumbling, questioning things like you're newly blind. What? What is the main reason why you go along with everything? You're either heaven or hell. So which one do you bring? I know it's hard to stomach. It may be hard to twist. But I'm not letting this insanity slide. It cannot be dismissed. Why do you keep giving your 2 cents as if that has any bearing on reality? You choose to suffer, then go to church like that is the only modality. Why do you make it seem like you don't have a choice? You see injustice happening every day, yet still don't use your voice. Take all of your resources and choose to do something. Create long-lasting art, dance, act, and sing. Come on, contribute more than the misery that you bring. Shake off the winter blues for the vibrant new spring. Flowing water and wisdom hold memory. A stagnant mind and sedentary body are your only enemy. Yeah, I said it. A stagnant mind and a sedentary body are your only enemy. Look in the mirror, try to contemplate your life, but see what you could really get out of it, because you only have one. So, don't waste it. And at the beginning I said to remember that it gets deep. That's what I meant. Yeah, so that's called Rage Rumbling. The pacing of it, again, I can work on, but hey, that's what this is for, right? So yeah. But the NUVFR freestyles and like beats are the songs that I practice more of, considering those are newer, but those are the 2 most political songs, or most like aiming at society type of songs. And I would just get very angry and sometimes stay up at night and I'm like, I have to write this out, and I would write poetry. And then I started doing that more often and trying to find beats that fit with the pacing and the syllable count of the poems with the beats. And then I was like, oh, this is a song, holy crap, I'm a genius. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was Rage Rumbling. And this is a newer one that I wrote. Let me find the beat really quickly on this playlist. I added a few more ones on here, but I haven't freestyled to all of them. These are just like, oh, one day I would get to making songs with these. But sometimes I just hear like the beginning or a verse, and I'm like, dun 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 dun, and it's like dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Like, it's easy to rap on like slower beats and stuff, but it makes more of an impact when you're like, you could flow and do just, yeah, all that stuff that people are like, oh, Kendrick Lamar, oh, this person, they can rhyme and they're intellectual and they have double entendres and they rap fast and they have cool beats, like all that stuff. You could do it yourself if you just practice. Genuinely. If you just practice and find your own flow, it becomes easier to find things. So, yeah. I have, let me see, 35 beats or like free to rap on type stuff. So this one is called Free Jazz X Jersey Club type beat. So, thank you for teaching me. From the rush of feelings to just letting me be. Thank you. Still feeling connected, I pondered why. I stuck my heart out, showed up just to leave alone and cry. I probably just needed a hug and to cuddle and said, I accepted the head. Low self-esteem left me regretting and left on red. The embarrassment was too much, so I blocked or deleted or unfollowed. How many lessons did it take to feel a heavy heart become hollowed? Sometimes I feel as if I carried both of our feelings instead of just my own. At times I struggle to find my real self, almost as if the heartache created a clone. Yet I'm still me, same face, similar look in the mirror. The days of blurred vision fade away. In months my sight got clear. I've got battle wounds much deeper than most. Many near-death experiences, never sharing to boast. I've hit rock bottom a few times, yet I'm only 26. No label or relationship won't make me feel quite fixed. In the destruction and unraveling, my energy becomes tapped in. I don't seek a polished savior. I need someone who rebirthed and went within. But lesson learned. Love's given, not earned. So, that one I didn't make a title to, but Cold Heart is the name of the song, or the beat, that I just freestyled to. It could be called Lesson Learned, but either way, that was, I think I wrote that like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. No, actually, that was before the supermoon. That's when it was. So whenever that time frame is, what's today? The 17th. So, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Excuse me, because the supermoon was the 6th to the 7th. So yeah. Let me. Yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I went to go get my planner with my other lyrics in it from my room, and I forgot that I turned the light off and put the switch I just had the switch on for the fan. So I went in my room to turn on the light, and literally just the fan was on. It was like pitch black. I'm like, oh, that helps me none. None at all. Not at all. Anyway, there's one more thing that I did a freestyle to on YouTube in my planner. I want to make sure it's not two things. Yeah. I like that beat though. And I kind of try to do some singing in the beginning, like sing-songy, to get the pacing right. This is a real Jersey type beat. New Yorkers shake their hips. Yeah, right. Geez, 8% left. Okay, let me do this last song. Oh, let me do this last song. I think Trenches was the one that it went with. This is a really sensitive poem, though. Yeah. Again, I've not performed these, like practiced them. It was just me writing at night to get the anger out. Transmute that energy to become vibrant souls again. Woo! Yeah, right. But this is a sensitive poem because it's like, again, more about my beliefs, but the beliefs that stem from my abuse, more specifically. But this is a beat called, it's like a Megan Thee Stallion type beat, Trenches club type beat, Free. I can't show the picture because it's like a cartoon of a rolled, blunt in someone's mouth. So, just, being on the side of caution, and don't want to promote that, I guess, as they would probably call it, promotion of narcotics or something like that. But anyway, it was a very deep, very sensitive thing that I wrote about. So yeah, but it's also like the pacing of it. I even put in here like workshop flow. But I wrote this June 5th, and there's two different types of beats, but this one fit better. So like I was saying, I turned poetry, was looking for beats to see what fitted. Two of them fit. So yeah. It's called Unbind. Hold on, I had to make sure I start over. The church is the only mass accepted plantation. When will we release our minds from their shackles? We will be a free nation. On the soil, they raped, ate, and tortured holy descendants on this land. Lynched and robbed them, a Bible in hand. 450 different versions of the same book. Which one were you given? Just pray, do what the white master said, and you will be forgiven. Why doesn't that history make your skin crawl? Oppressors trying to stand between me and God, but I'm supposed to just love all? Interesting, like how you hear the same stories on different coasts, maybe a different name for the very same Holy Ghost. Tell me why so many Christians even carry fear. Isaiah chapter 40 and a holy Messiah should have made that record clear. False prophets and soul vampires sway the crowds. Throughout history, the stories change, but why didn't money... Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta start over. I messed up, a line, and then I just twisted the order of the words just then, so let me just start over. But you can hear it. It's deep. The church is the only mass accepted plantation. When we release our minds from their shackles, we will be a free nation. On this land... Let me just start over from there. The church is the only mass accepted plantation. When we release our minds from their shackles, we will be a free nation. On the soil, they raped, ate, and tortured holy descendants. On this land, lynched and robbed them, a Bible in hand. 450 different versions of the same book. Which one were you given? Just pray, do what the white master said, and you will all be forgiven. Why doesn't that history make your skin crawl? Oppressors trying to stand between me and God, but I'm supposed to just love all? Interesting. Like, how do you hear the same stories on different coasts? Maybe a different name for the very same Holy Ghost. Tell me why so many Christians even carry fear. Isaiah chapter 40 and a holy Messiah should have made the record clear. False prophets and soul vampires sway the crowds. Throughout history, the stories change, but why didn't more question why that was allowed? I didn't learn about love in church. I felt spiritually disconnected. Like having an emotionally unavailable parent, I often felt neglected. I was raped before 10 and molested before 13, both done by family members. So there was no sweet 16. I spent the first 3 years out of my parents' house addicted and in pain, hyper independent, yet overall nothing positive gained. I stared at an ugly truth with a finger to blame, no longer cold and passive but wild and untamed. I spent the next 2 years with different beliefs, questioning what was real, no longer worshiping a distant narcissistic ideal. The year that followed, I began to remove drama, became a hermit so my nervous system could heal from trauma. Our bodies are our temples and the kingdom is within. Before you judge what I have said, go read your Bible again. My people perish from their lack of knowledge, but I will prevail. As long as I keep going forward, I will not fail. Asking you shall receive, seeking ye shall find. To control your reality, you must first control your mind. Guard your heart, fill the cracks with love. You don't have to be holy and pure, but you do have to rise above. So... yep, that poem is called, or song, is called Unbind. And again, that's how I feel from my experience in my life and what I went through. So if you don't like it or anything that I've shared, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But that is going to be all for the YouTube portions of this freestyles, open mic, Vibrant Souls night here. The laptop is now, I feel like, about to literally go. It's a 7%, so I'm going to put this away, right? I got to figure out what charger actually works with it, but the library was closed today, so I couldn't ask them. So, yeah. But yeah, so now I have the cutesy pivot type of acapella poetry with a sing-songy type of background to it. So very different from the four that I shared, but I need some water. But I actually formatted them when I wrote it with a song like a cappella, open mic type of performing type of mindset. How many times can I say type this slide? Anyway, so this is just about me and my accepting myself. As you heard of the things I believe and what I've been through, I do have mental injuries that have occurred. Because the body keeps the score, right? But I have no shame in speaking on what I've been through because, again, like I shared in the beginning, I'm a certified life coach and personal trainer, and I'm someone who has been able to use those tools to help further just being able to thrive instead of just living through trauma, as they say. But I now try to show my authentic self, try to show the creative sides of myself just as much as the analytical and educated, sharp, intellectual parts of myself. So this was written on June 14th of 2025, and this was still a part of me being angry or frustrated and going to sleep. late after writing, so this is one of those things. And this is like the mindset, right, when I wrote this, because I have that on the top of this paper too, but singing from a twang, country blues, deep voice type of perspective. So yeah. Oops, excuse me. All right. Okay, now I can start. But this is like, I didn't title it, but you could call it CPTSD if you want to, because that's what it covers realistically. So here goes. I've got mommy and daddy issues. Cried so much I ran out of tissues. It breaks my little heart. I don't know why the jobs all suck. Why is it so hard to make an honest buck? Living in a strange society. Turned on the news, then social media too. Scroll to see chaos every day, nothing new. What do I have to cling onto? I don't drink and I quit smoke. In debt to school now, I'm a joke. Had to move back in with my mom. I've got the blues, it runs in the family tree. So I had to research my whole history. I got CPTSD. 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 A scattered brain and guarded heart, nice but jaded, I'll play the part. I got deep trust issues. Now I don't want your pity or your looks. Way smarter than your average books. But can you see me clearly? Worked hard the last 4 years of life, but still in debt, impoverished strife. What in the world am I living for? I'm waiting on a sign or a shooting star. No big house or a fancy car. I just want to relax. Take me far away, maybe to a beach, a place no one from my past can reach. I've got CPTSD. 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 Hey, CPTSD. 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 So, there's a song. And funny enough, the part where I was saying, it was on the front. I don't drink and I quit the smoke. I'm in debt to school now. I'm a joke. I did move in with my mom, but at that time, I was not smoking. Like I said, I don't have stuff on me, but like if someone offers me, some plant medicine, right? The good stuff, the natural stuff, not wacky tobacco, not fentanyl, none of that stuff. Like, natural plants, right? I'll take I'll partake in it. Let's just say that. I don't know how much you can say on here again. But I'm not in debt to school anymore. I asked someone to help me pay for it, and that family member helped me because I had paid for half of it before I was able to make the other payment. So it was almost half of the payment I did, and then another family member was like, "Oh yeah, I could help you. I offered in the past, so I'm debt free. The only debt I would be considered to have is a credit card, but it's fake money, literally. Anyway, enough about that. That was kind of more of a country blues type of thing I was trying to do to get that out of my system. So anyway, this is ending on a positive note here, ending our Vibrant Souls night on a vibrant note, on a more high note. This was one of the things that I wrote for, the open mic from March 10th. And you can see I wrote in these little like snaps, claps parts. So I'm going to try to do it with clapping instead of snapping. But it does sound better snapping, I would just say. So I'll try it snapping and then do clapping to see, or to share the difference. Oh, almost fell off the shelf. Wow, it's just 46 minutes already. Wow. Okay, so this isn't really have a title either, but it's more so like up-tempo, snapping, jazz ensemble type of feel to it. So, shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, big beaming light, shine your light. Write the book, write the song, you will write along, so shine your light. Shine your light, yeah, shine your light. And when it comes to humility, you're the best of the best, that's clear to see. Shine your light, shine your light. Hey, shine your light, big beaming light. Shine your light. Step out of the dark, out of the blues, you've already found your spark, so there's nothing to lose. Shine your light, shine your light. Hey, shine your light, big beaming ray. What more can I say? Shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, shine your light. Shine your light. So as you can hear, the snaps kept the tempo and made it sound good, but I want to try clapping because I feel like making a choir, more echoey type of effect still goes with this up-tempo jazz ensemble type of vibe to it. But it is just a positive song, so either way, if you're not snapping or clapping, you can still play around with it and make it fun, funky type of beat. So shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, big beaming light, shine your light. Write the book, write the song, you will write along, so shine your light, shine your light, hey, shine your light. And when it comes to humility, you're the best of the best, that's clear to see. Shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, big beaming light, shine your light. Step out of the dark, out of the blues, you've already found your spark, so there's nothing to lose. Shine your light, shine your light, hey, shine your light, bright beaming ray. What more can I say? Shine your light, 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 shine your light. So there you have it. And that is, let's see, I shared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs on this Vibrant Souls night, and that laptop still kept battery, even though it was on less than 10% when we started. So thank you to the universe for being a co-creator and helping me out with these technological woes and challenges that I thought I was going to have. But thank you to those who popped in and out of this live. Hopefully I was able to inspire you with my music, my writing, right? To these freestyle beats on YouTube and my acapellas. But again, this is all from me, my intellectual property, my thoughts, my experiences, from the soul, from the heart, from within. So I inspire you to write about your things that you're thinking about, write about the things that you don't like, write about the things that you do like, write about what inspires you, what bothers you, whatever it is, write about it. It is important to make sure that you are grounding yourself in this experience called life. You know, we're all human at the end of the day, right? You get one life. And it's really just up to you what you want to do, how you want to present yourself. Because someone like me could have all this talent, all this artistry, all these passions, and keep it to myself. And, you know, it'll just eat me up inside. So I'm choosing to share it. I'm choosing to help other people see that you can be multi-passionate, you can be non-binary, you can be someone who forgets the pacing, forgets the timing of things, but still, you know, it works out. Just practice and find your flow. If you have to write poetry before you're writing, you know, a 36-bar freestyle, then yes, do that. Don't just try to do something that's too advanced for where your skill set is right now. You know? So keep up with it and push yourself. And the more vulnerable you are, I feel like the more people will connect over time anyway. Music isn't something that can have any set value to it or any particular amount of fame to go with it. It's just something that comes from the soul. So you have to express what's from your soul, just like with dancing and what I would share on TikTok the few times that I have gone live on that account. But it's like, you know, just play some music and share from your soul or dance from the soul, speak from the soul, whatever it is, you know. Make sure you are grounded and vibrating on a high frequency. And, you know, if you're in a low energy, like you can clearly hear those lyrics. Some of them are extremely low vibrational. And I found a way to make it into, you know, transmute into a different effect or feeling, to where hearing sharp criticism or harsh realities just makes it like, oh my gosh, like you want to listen more type of thing. At least that's how I want it to come across, right? And again, the right people will gravitate towards it. Whoever's on the same frequency, who appreciates the same things you do and speaks from the soul, will appreciate it if you're doing the same. So it has been your host, Jazziel. Thank you all again. I know there's going to be a lot of people who watch the replay. So, you know, feel free to give feedback. Feel free to comment. If you like something, didn't like something, keep it to yourself. But I would appreciate likes. You know, commenting would be great. But just watching it the whole way through and giving a like really means a lot to me. I appreciate everyone who sees me for who I am, instead of maybe just, you know, looking at my features or things that they want to find attractive about me. I would rather people find my mind and the way I communicate my soul attractive. So that's it. That's all I got for you on this beautiful Friday night. Happy, you know, weekend. Happy Friday to you. But see you at the next Vibrant Souls night if you enjoyed this one. And catch you later.